Check 1 2 1 2. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Let's get the lemon into the water. Let's get the energy going. Let's go, baby. It's an amazing day to be alive. Let's go. Woo. It is an amazing day to be alive. I'm putting the lemon into the water. I'm smelling the lemon. Oh, just the smell of a fresh lemon really can get you in a mood. I'm telling you right now, you should try it. You should try it. The smell of fresh lemons will keep you going every single day. Let me bring that audio up a little bit for you. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here. You know what time it is. It's time for the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Let's go. Let's get it in. Let's get that big, bright, let's just get it in. I love the world today. I love my life. Working out makes you feel good. It's not, my workouts are tough. Every time I do them, I'm like, this is tough. This is not easy. But once I get it in, I feel so accomplished and better. Let's break it down like we do every single day. Talk about Bitcoin. If you're in the trading group, I basically projected Bitcoin perfectly last night into the morning. We'll break it down and we'll talk about what I saw happening, what went on. And here we go. Let's start it up. Shout out to all my beautiful people here on the live. Ooh, that's not what we want. That's not what we're going to want there. Let's get this adjusted to the right place. All right. Not financial advice. Everything I say and do here should not be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence for getting into any project, coin, or trade. Something I just have to reiterate every time I come on to the live, just so you know. All right? So you don't play yourself. Shout out to everybody. Yes, I'm wearing a beautiful tie and a pocket square. Hope you're liking it. I'm actually liking it. Haven't worn this ensemble ever before on the show. Try to do something different for you every single time I come on. I have used some, wardrobes that I've liked before. All right. But, yeah. What do you know? Jump on into the trading group today. I'm telling you, it will blow your mind. The trading group has so much information in it to teach you what you need. It took me 4 years to really get a handle over my divergences, over everything that's going on. And I'll be honest, we have less than a year before the halving. This is the time to join a trading group. I'm telling you right now, yes, it's my business, so of course I want you to join a trading group, but I'm telling you right now, I changed my life joining a trading group. I joined a trading group in the bear market, went all the way from 2018, learning about cryptocurrency, learning about what's happening with the halving, figuring out what was going on, learning what new exchanges were hot, what weren't hot, where the money was going, what new coins were coming out, why they were coming out. So much information is coming at you every day, and the trading group's going to keep you privy. It's my full-time job to keep you in the know of what's happening. So for $3 a day, use my interactive brain, my hyperactive brain that scans the market, scans the charts, looks for new gems, 100x gems into the next 2 years. I continue to search. Shout out to everybody. Join the trading group today if you can. Join MEXC today because MEXC has zero fees if you're going to jump in DCA. No matter what you're going to do, swing trade, DCA, MEX Global is the place to be. I'm telling you right now. So shout out to everybody here on the live. We're going to look at BOOKMAP. We're going to break down Bitcoin. You can see right now, just slow money falling into Bitcoin right now. Nothing too crazy as we continue into the move. All right. Who is happy to be here with the lifer? God bless everyone. I smashed my fingers with a dumbbell. I'm sorry to hear that, DJ Flexa. I don't know what you were doing. Why were your fingers near the dumbbell, man? You meatheads pulling up that weight all day. I pick it up. I put it down. I pick it. I'm just messing with you. My name is Seth of the Trading Group. I am Seth. Shout out to Joe Winter. Appreciate you, brother. What's up, party people? Hope we're all having an excellent morning. Small move to the downside. Let's break it down. Let's talk about Bitcoin right away. Let's show us the charts. I'm looking at Dimitra getting a little bit of a pullback possibly, but it's its first higher low in a while. Dimitra on my radar for this giant cup and handle. I wouldn't be surprised if Dimitra started to get a move here to the upside. The bigger time frame suggests that Dimitra may get a bounce off the 706 Fibonacci, might even wick down to the 786, but then you get yourself a double bottom. I'm just starting to watch it. It looks like it may be in that area, ready for a move to the upside. Let's take a look at BTC on Binance. All right, on Binance. Bitcoin, 26,750. What a nice move for Bitcoin. Let's talk about what I saw happening. Let's break it down. BTC, USD. Was it on the KuCoin chart? I'm like, where is my fallen wedge over here? Where is my wedge over here? Let's see. Anyway. So here we go. So last night, Bitcoin was at a high point on the 1 hour time frame. It got overbought. I suggested because the Stokes were high and we hit it, we were basically coming up above the 21-day moving average, we would likely make a falling wedge back to hit this resistance. That's exactly what we did. We got pretty close, hit the 21-day moving average, got a little bit of a spike up, but then got a spike further to the downside. So Bitcoin's still struggling right now in a bit of a flag here, and this is the flag that we're watching. We'd like to see that Bitcoin stays above the previous resistance for what's called an SR flip, a support and resistance flip. You must know your support and resistances. These are keys to success in trading, all right? It all comes down to a bunch of different parameters, but you want to definitely know support and resistance. At the end of the day, you can know your Fibonacci's, you can know your divergences, but you got to understand where your levels are, what next levels you're looking at. Like right here, you could see that we had a resistance because we had a previous support. If my thumb didn't slip, sorry about that. We had a previous support right here. You can see that we bounced. The music stops. It all stopped. Everything stopped. What do we do now? Get the music back up and running. How dare you? How dare you leave me high and dry? Danny, play that tune. Thank you. Thank you. So, right here. Right when we came to this resistance point, it was right there. And you can see that we bounced there for support. Bounced there for support. Resistance. Bounce, bounce, fell below, came back up, couldn't hold it. And now there is our resistance because it was a support zone right there. So Bitcoin now trapped. What we want to see is this is not a bull trap that breaks us back inside. We break back inside this pattern, we're headed to the circled area. I'm telling you right now. All right? But there is a sign of bullishness. Bitcoin has finally broken this diagonal trend line that it's been in for so long. It finally breached the trend line to the upside. The 1 hour is oversold, ready for a move, showing us that this flag could potentially break to the upside on the 1 hour time frame. I'd be looking for a move to the upside today for Bitcoin. Tuesday, beautiful day outside of the Monday circle. We don't have any Fed meetings for a while now. We're kind of cleared the air, and things are starting to kind of look up a little bit for Bitcoin. So I like what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. Music isn't playing. There we go. We got the music up and running. Sorry about that. You were dry. I had the music blaring. You guys were dry. I got to get used to the travel setup. It takes a few days, different than the home studio setup. But here's the flag here to the upside. 27,626 is the target. That's the level that we're looking for a move to the upside for Bitcoin. So I'm calling long on Bitcoin for the day based on this idea, based on the support or resistance flip. Now, if we break this level and we go back inside, not a good story, right? That's going to mean this is a bull trap, and we're likely to look for some type of bearish tone, and we're going to fall to the bottom of the channel at 24,700. So watching it closely, seeing what's breaking down. But right now, I do see a move for Bitcoin to the upside out of this flag to 27,626. That would be the measured move. This would be a beautiful sign if Bitcoin could do that. It would get us out of the doldrums. We would start to get a little more bullishness. So I see some bullishness for Bitcoin. This is not clickbait today. Thank you so much for that super chat. God bless you. Putting a little tip in my jar. Can we look at XRD and GFAL? My man, already on that GFAL. See how quick people like to get down. Shout out to Cody Maupin. Cody Maupin, God bless you for being here. Best crypto channel to end mental training and for TA and mental training. Shout out to Jay Bella in the house. I mean, your mental is everything. Pushing forward is everything. I don't care what job you have, what you're doing, a salesman. If you're a fireman, if you're a police officer, if you work sanitation, you have to get up every day. You have to put on the uniform, put on I put on my suit. You put on what you dressed in and you get out there. And some days you wake up and you don't want to go to work. It's not the same. You want to just be free. You want to do whatever you want. But we got to keep grinding. We got families. We got opportunities. We got responsibilities in our lives. The key is to follow your dream and eventually do something that you love more passionately than anything else in the world. That is the true key. If you can achieve that, that is true success, in my humble opinion. So I want everyone to achieve success. When everyone follows their passion and goes after what they love, they contribute far more to the human race. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for each and every one of you to follow your passion, to go after what you love, to keep pushing every single day. All right? We'll leave Bitcoin here on ice, but I do see a move out of this falling wedge flag to the upside for Bitcoin as it's retesting a previous resistance zone, and we can get an SR flip to the upside. Let's take a look at XRD. Start these super chats up early. If you have a super chat, TA, or deep dive, let me know. A coin you want us to go over, something that you haven't seen, haven't talked about in a while, bring it up. Let's talk about it. Let's see it. You might just give us the next 100x gem that could change our lives. So I talked about XRD breaking out, and it did. It broke out nicely out of this flag to the upside. Nice little gain of 4.4%. Not amazing, but enough for me to raise my stop loss to break even. Then it came back down, and now it's kind of hitting the same zone again. So let's take a look at the bigger time frame for XRD. Let's look at our bigger time frames for XRD, all right? So XRD on our daily has just been crushed. You see, like it came up, looks a lot like Caspa after a huge pump to the upside, right? First thing I'm going to do is pull a Fibonacci, and I want to see what levels we're at. I mean, the 886 retracement is really as far as you go. You know, I've seen lower, but usually you don't go much lower than the 886, than an 88.8.6% retracement from the lows, right? You got this beautiful falling wedge that wants to break to the upside. Measured move takes you to the 236 level, right? So, and we know we're going to have a little resistance near that 382, right, where we have this bar here too. So XRD, beautiful project. I met the team over at Consensus. I've been getting in. I started buying XRD at 9 cents when it went up to 45 cents 2 years when it was EXRD. Radix looks like an amazing product that can go really fast, transact super fast. People can build on it. It has a suite of building capabilities. So if you're just like, you know, if you're a dev and you want to start jumping on, XRD really helps you achieve your dreams and get it done in a faster manner than most other coins. I like XRD for these reasons, right? Main 3 reasons. Faster transaction per second than almost any coin in the game, right? A whole suite of basically use cases where developers can take and begin to build their project fast and get it on to XRD faster than fast. And a team that's been around for a good amount of time. They're not going anywhere. They're not a rug pull type of situation. It's a long-term game for XRD. You're looking for the rounded bottom. Rounded bottoms pay the bills. If you can start this rounded bottom for XRD, you're in the money. Are we going to get a huge pump anytime recently? I don't know. I mean, the daily doesn't look amazing. The 22 looks okay. 4 hour says it has legs to the upside, so possible scalp on the 4 hour to the upside. Bit of a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. When I look at that very, very fastly there, see that? Shoulder, head, and a shoulder with a neckline. You should technically break out of this inverted head and shoulder to the upside for a swing trade. There's your shoulder. There's your head. There's your right shoulder. Looking for this to get a bit of a move. It would have to break above, look, resistant, you know, support, support, support. You want to see it get above this point of control here at about 6.7. It's 5.8 right now, 5 8/10%. You wanted to get a 6 7/10% for XRD. All right. I do like the fib retracement, but again, it has major resistance right here at about 7.2. That's going to be an area it's going to have to break back above too. It gets above there and retest, could possibly start making a bigger move. I see more of like long-term consolidation for XRD, but I could be wrong. That's just what I see happening for XRD. Like the project though. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. May God bless you. And GFAL, which we don't usually like doubled up super chats, but you know, you're the first one of the day. We'll let it slide. So we like this coin. We like this project. We talked about this thing making possibly a bigger move to the upside. If we look at the 4 hour, 4 hours just getting started. So we have our bigger position here that's going to take us even higher. And so far, I mean, since we called it out, it went up a total of 33%, still holding gains of 20% since when I first got into it. So I put in, you know, $500 and began to build a position in this. But even as a swing trade, it's up pretty nicely. It's making a symmetrical triangle. If you ask me, that's a symmetrical triangle that could break further to the upside. The 4 hour suggests a big move is coming out of the symmetrical. It is a 50-50 pattern, but you got moving averages in the right way. You got the 21 crossing the 200. It's a good sign that this can continue to the upside. I'm looking for this flag to break out. 4 hour time frame looking really nice. And the trade is still open. This trade has not been closed for any reason. It did not hit the stop loss. I put this out to the trading group, and we're still going strong. So had you been in the trading group, you would know what GFAL is. And honestly, this could end up being a 100x coin. Like, this could be a big deal. Something that I set and forget and just hold until the next bull run comes on into play, right? But this 4 hours looking very bullish. And if you're not in the trading group, right, or if you are in the trading group, but you can't make the live stream, you're busy, your boss is yelling at you, you're running a backhoe right now on some type of work site, right? You're doing what you have to do. Know that we will post these into the trading group so you have access to them and you're ready to go, all right? Check, 1 2 1 2. Let me just double check on the audio and the video there. Make sure everything is spot on. Appreciate you all. Don't worry about this bar. It just kind of floats. All right? This bar just floats a little bit for whatever reason. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Know that we love you more than you would ever know. That's weird. Oh, okay, I was about to say, I'm like, why is that the green there from the Discord? There we go. Always something when you're engineering, live streaming, TAing, and entertaining all at the same time. Wowzers. Unbelievable. Shout out to everybody in the chat. How we all doing? Casper, please, bro. Nothing but love. My man. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Darth Dude. Shout out to 554 High. When Monday is Fed holiday, sometimes Tuesdays are the false move. We could bounce off this easy. Amen. Casper, baby. Shout out to the best consistent TA legend, Crypto Lifer. Shout out to King Gold. Thank you. Doubtless, there are still relief bounces. But I see Q3 and Q4 as a slow bleed for the alts as liquidity gets tighter and the Fed QT starts to have further effect. Bullish crypto long term, though. Matt Stevens is bearish on the altcoins. Sam is the man. Shout out to Jebitron. I take it one day at a time. There's no need to project into where we're going Q3 and Q4. Honestly, we either get above a previous zone or we won't. You know, and still there's going to be an altcoin like Zen was flying up 10x, you know, in the last couple months. High coins went up. There's always going to be a coin no one's paying attention to while they're focused on Q3 and Q4. The key is to stay in the present moment. I'm telling you right now, to stay in the present moment. The present moment is all we have. It's all we have, all right? High Penguins getting a massive move to the upside. We had this little flag there that popped up. Continued to the upside. High Penguins has been on the radar with my trading group. A lot of these high coins looking pretty interesting. Render getting a bit of a, Render down. Render getting a little bit of a pull to the downside. High in S4 did break out, retested the level. So look at PEPEDOWN. See, it's like trending in this bit of a ascending triangle, if you ask me. You didn't ask me, but I'm telling you, you know. But here you go. Bit of an ascending triangle here for PEPEDOWN doing its thing, right? Does this continue to the upside? I don't know. Not my cup of tea right now, honestly. Too new of a coin, but I'll start looking at it to see what could happen. CTSI down is starting to make a structure for the downside. XRP, the short, is up nicely. We talked about these shorts. The altcoins didn't look amazing. Went over this just yesterday, 2 days ago, up 13% on the short for XRP. All right. Phantom short, up even a little more here. Now Phantom short's up 19% from when I put it out. I'm telling you, I was into these shorts. These altcoins didn't look amazing. We went over this just the other day. I think it was yesterday, the day before. Shout out to Brent for the $1 super chat. Shout out to everybody here. Mining stock is ripping right now. HUD 8, okay. Do you always wear a suit every day to the stream? Not hot. Shout out to my man. Thoughts on Aptos? He dresses for success. ARPA looks ready for a leg up. Can you please check it out? I will. Andrew Tate. Someone says something's going on. I bet you didn't realize crypto assets will be the ultimate tool of this new agenda. I mean, of course, they're going to use crypto to try to keep us locked in because it's a watch ledger asset. You know what I mean? We talked about this all the time. That's why we need a decentralized crypto that we can kind of get around and the people can get around. It's like the good force and the evil force fighting over the same force. Which force will eat? You know, it's like technology can win if the right people get their hands on it, right? Let's take a look at the entire market. We're going to take a look at the DXY for you real quick. Someone wanted me to look at ARPA. We'll take a look at that too as well. Remember, we get token metrics data posted in the trading group every single Monday. So we had new data for you that should keep you privy to what's happening. That data will kind of get you up and running to see kind of what coins are hot, why they're hot, where the new tech is. New coins coming out every day too. And Ian deep diving them in the team. And they're sending me, to my inbox all sorts of fun stuff that's keeping me super, super excited. So we talked about the dollar index. All right, we talked about this bearish divergence. We talked about the 3-day chart wanting to dump to the downside. right? We still see that we have momentum to the downside. MACD about to get a bearish cross. It doesn't look amazing for the dollar. We want to see this drop to the bottom of the channel here, somewhere at 98. We would lose 100. That buck two would be a big deal. So we're looking for this break, but I drew this trend line to see if the dollar was kind of forming this symmetrical triangle. And so far, it is tighter and tighter in the zone with one higher low here for the dollar. I'd like to see the dollar break the zone and fall further to the downside. It did get a bounce on the daily, as suggested. Look out for Bitcoin to possibly struggle or they pump up together. But right now, the dollar suggested it may get a break further to the upside. We want to see that it doesn't get above this previous high at 104. We want to see that it makes a lower high and eventually falls further to the downside. Let's take a look at our 4-hour time frame, and our 4 hours overbought, attempting to bounce off the bottom of the channel. Looking pretty strange, but it did get a bit of a bounce here this morning out of nowhere. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, the 1 hour got that move up. But to me, still inside some type of broadening, rising wedge. This thing could break to the downside. It's got a bear flag, and this would be beautiful if we never even make it back above this high, and we eventually go further to the downside. The 3-day chart's still pending for a move to the downside. So, and honestly, it's got some kind of adamant, double top, but it's got a rounded top, which is not good. Rounded tops do not pay the bills. So we're looking for this white line to breach. That's going to tell us that the dollar likely will fall way further down, all the way to that circled zone that I got. But I deleted now. Somewhere right around here, though, at 98.15. So we're looking for the dollar to go to 98.15 for a move further to the downside. And that's the DXY in a nutshell for you today. All right. Total market cap for all of cryptocurrency. It's crucial that we look at this every day, see what levels that we need to breach, see what levels have been broken, see where our support and resistance is for the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency. So we'll look at the total market cap. And to me, it definitely lost this broadening wedge and fell to the downside. Now it's trying to bearishly retest for possibly a further move down. Rising wedges break down to where they began. So this is supposed to break down right to here and get to 754. That would be a low for Bitcoin that we would not want to see. You know, like we'd come retest 15,008, 16,000. So anything is possible, but that level right there suggests that we will go, could go lower. However, we have so far bounced off the bottom of the channel. We have held the bottom of the channel here nicely, and we've broken back to the upside. Can Bitcoin first make its first higher low in a Y? I mean, low, lower low, lower low, lower low. Can it finally make a higher low? The daily is wanting to reset here, and it's at resistance. Previous support becomes new resistance. The total market cap doesn't look as bullish as Bitcoin. Looks like the altcoins want to drag down the total market cap. And right now, we're just not in a good spot. We can't get above this previous support zone, which is now resistance. It's an issue for the dollar, and for the daily on the total market cap. We want to see these two candles get back above the zone here, back above 104 to remain bullish. That's what we're looking for the total market cap. You do see somewhat of a kind of a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder. I guess you could call it like that. And we could put the 4 hour and say we're trying to attempt to make an ascending triangle here. This 4 hour has to break back to the upside. You've got to at least breach back above this zone. And the total market cap on the 4 hours below the 200 SMA, not a good sign, right? Well above it on the daily. It bounced above it. Let's take it on the weekly. And it's not above it on the weekly. We're still, even though Bitcoin got back above the total market cap, we did not for the total. Bitcoin got back above the 200 SMA. The total market cap did not. Sorry, I messed up my words there. Apologize. So we're looking for the total market cap to get back above the 200 SMA. If it can't, that's a bearish sign. I gotta keep, we keep talking about that. So Bitcoin kind of is front running the total market cap. It shows that the altcoins are kind of pulling us down a little bit to the downside. We looked at total 3, which is the entire market cap of all the altcoins, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And the last time we looked at it, we were in a bit of a bear flag, wanting to drop to the downside, right? And you can see we're kind of in this bearish consolidation, unable to get above previous resistances on the weekly. We go to the 4 hour, the daily chart, the 3-day chart. 3-day chart suggests that we're finally going to get a move to the upside. We're somewhat double bottoming here. Okay. The daily has some room to the upside, slight. The 4 hour is like trying to attempt to double bottom on the stochastics. So we need this to be a shoulder, a head, and a bit of a right shoulder. We got to break out of this pattern to the upside. Super crucial this doesn't bear flag us to the downside, but in my mind, it's a bear flag, right? Because you have previous resistances that you just can't get back above. Your last previous high right here on, June 13th, you're unable to get back above that zone. All right, this is a week ago. A week ago now. It seems like just yesterday. It was June 15th, 16th. It's the 20th. Tomorrow, the first day of summer. Get excited. Get ready. I feel like it's already summer once May comes, May and June, but it technically is still spring, right? Technically still spring. And we should get a full moon coming on somewhere near the July. I think it's July 3rd, somewhere near, because my dad's full moon was on the 5th. My dad had his wake on a full moon on Cinco de Mayo. God rest my father's soul. I miss him more than you would ever know. I'll mention him every day. I don't want to bring anybody down, but I love my dad, and I miss him more than you would ever know. Some days I can say it straight-faced and not even get teary-eyed. Today's one of those days where I just know I'm not going to break into tears. I can't explain why. Just the strength is there. And what are you going to do? You can't bring them back. You can think about them. You can know that they still live within you. You can know their energy doesn't leave the universe. You can tell yourself all the fun stuff, which is true. But at the end of the day, when you walk downstairs and you look at that couch, my father's not sitting there with the book in his hand saying, hey, how was your stream? He would have wished me a good luck on my stream up the stairs today. And just different when your dad's not around. Person that's been with you your entire life. Poof, gone. Gone with the wind, baby. Gone with the wind. So shout out to all you who are feeling the same pain as me or have gone through the similar pain. Know that I love you. Know that I believe in you. And know that it's not as easy for me. It's not any easier for me than it is for you. All we can do is keep pushing every single day. So the way I look at it is, we had this beautiful falling wedge that we fell out of. And now we're in this, symmetrical triangle that could break us back up or down. Right now, the 4 hour suggests that we could get this rounded bottom back up. Can we get this inverted head and shoulder back to the upside? Also can be looking like an M, though, that didn't break above the zone. So I'm bearish until the total market cap can break back inside of the wedge, back up above $314 billion. So that next measured move could take you to $281 billion. And the alts could slow bleed out, like my man said. Show me the charts and I'll show you the news. I'd watch our altcoins. They don't look amazing. And that brings me to Bitcoin dominance. As we continue the story, continue the narrative. Gosh, it feels good to work out. Who worked out today, got themselves in position to feel good about their lives, got the endorphins flowing, got the adrenaline flowing, right? Got the adrenal. That's what working out's all about. It's like pushing, you're getting yourself ready. You used to have to run from predators, right? You run to get some food. Running and exercising was a stimulant that made you want to survive. It still is the same stimulant that can keep you surviving to this day. And that's why you trick your physiological nature by working out every single day. That's the point. Working out creates endorphins. The endorphins create positive vibes, and you're able to feel good about your life. Like I'm telling you right now, as long as I work out, that day is usually a really good day. It's very rare that I have a bad day. Now, if I don't work out, something usually leads to something. I get the stress level's a little high, the cortisol's a little high, things just don't go as planned. So we did breach. Looking at this big idea here, Bitcoin dominance is clearly above the zone. That's what we didn't want to see. That would be tough for altcoin trading. We knew that would be tough for altcoins. You want this to trend lower to help the altcoins. You can see you got this move. You're overbought on the daily. So you're looking for some type of pullback to the 21-day moving average, but it looks like a healthy flag is brewing. And it could make a bigger bull flag that could break further to the upside. So even though I see a slight pullback coming, this looks like we could get a bigger move for Bitcoin dominance. And the white line could touch price action. And we could see a move to the upside. So our DNA carries 14 generation of memories. He is always with you. Don't believe in me. I didn't win any trade since 2017. The stages of grief, trauma are wild things, my man. You can experience them at any time in any order. And it won't really make a whole lot of sense. But it's all part of the process. The stages of grief and trauma. Amen. Working out right now with the stream just as good as workout music. My man grinded. Working out is the best you can do for your mind and your body. Shout out to Jay Bella. Ashwagandha will change your life for so many benefits, especially cortisol levels. Dude, I'm going to get the ashwagandha. Shout out to Kevin Cameron. God bless you for coming on in. Shout out to Darth Dude. Shout out to Brian K. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker. Shout out to Board Type Crow in the house. Love you, man. Had good memories of hanging out with you in Miami. Appreciate the time. Thank you for kicking it with me. Sorry your dog was such a little, was going through so much. You know what I mean? She needed her attention. When Monday is Fed holiday, yeah, that does throw off the live stream. Everybody, can we get the chat moving here? Let's get that chat moving. I want to see the chat out of control. Shout out to everybody here. 490 beautiful souls in the live stream. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Let's get the chat going, baby. Let's do it. Gym is the best way to sweat out the stress. Amen. Amen. Ashwagandha is a blessing. Shout out to Justin Cashmore, who can also... Are you out there in Brazil getting your ashwagandha? Are you doing it, Justin? I know you are. My man. I feel like you're my brother, man. I love you, man. Good morning, everyone. Shout out to OMAC in the house. My man. Leland. On a walk right now, listening. God bless you, brother. Friend. Add some moringa. All right. Some moringa. Okay. Love is the strongest frequency. Amen. Amen. Where's everybody? Where are you right now? What are you doing? Say, I'm in Chicago walking. I'm at home. I'm in Boston on my computer. I'm in Land O'Lakes, Florida. Land O'Lakes. Sam, what kind of workouts do you do? I do T25. You know what I mean? Which is, just a broad-based, all-around personal workout. Based, and I change the workout every few days. I also find workouts on YouTube that I like a lot as well. But like today, I did core cardio. All right, I'll show you. And it's an older workout, too, that came out, 10 years ago. But I've been doing it for so long, it just really, really helps me. It's what keeps me going. I was going to attempt to show you the workouts that I do. But I don't want to be... but today I did a core cardio workout here. I keep them on Dropbox so I can get at them whenever I need them. You know what I mean? It's kind of the word, right? But today I did this core cardio workout. If I can turn off the audio completely. And it probably won't play because, I'm pushing the limits here. But this is great because as long as I got Wi-Fi, this will connect. And, yeah, so it's not going to play right now. But I did a core cardio workout. Burpees. If you look at the fast speed here, one leg kickers, burpees up and down, and also doing like a bridge, like a cardio bridge, where you're like moving your hands and your arms at the same time, up and down while you're in the bridge, or, in the plank, cardio plank. Just, a lot of squatting, up and down squatting, a lot of pulsing too. Pulsing, dude, pulsing will just, and what I mean by pulsing is like, sitting in a squat position and just raising up and down a little bit till you get a burn inside of your thighs. Like it's all around workouts, man. It keeps and I stay on my toes. The workouts keep you on your toes the whole time. When I first started the workout, my legs would burn so much on the first, but now I can nail them. And so your calves get a complete workout all the time. Yeah. Hey, Sam, I'm not shilling a coin, not financial advice, but when you mentioned about 4chan 3 weeks ago, I bought some and it went 305%. Thank you, man. I've been watching you since the beginning. Shout out to you, man. It looked like 4chan could do numbers. Why wouldn't it do numbers if you think about it, right? It's a known site that everybody uses. Makes sense that the coin would go up pretty nicely to the upside. Funny, I forgot about it, right? I can't remember everything, right? Yeah, but 4chan came out, went to a $27 million market cap. Yeah, it was at a $3 million in volume yesterday. It just went on an absolute tear. Look at that. Unbelievable. I knew that was going to go up in price, man. Up 35x in a month. You can't beat it. Go to Deck Screener. All right. Paste in that contract address. We'll take a look at what's happening. Workout also helps with your neuroplasticity. Dude, I know that when I work out, my brain is just on another level. And I teach people about trading, but I teach people about mentality. Mentality is everything when it comes to trading. Yeah, we just talked about this coin about a week or two ago. Maybe, I'd say 10 days, something like that. While up 800% since June 13th. See, in a week, this thing's up 800% gains. And since the beginning, 6,000%. You knew 4chan is, people love 4chan, number one. It's where a lot of truth comes out, right? It's where they can't hold back the truth. The truth really comes out. Shout out to Aaron Swartz, who started Reddit too. And that there's a 4chan connection there. Really sad documentary if you research that. Really sad what happened to that dude. Anyway, it is what it is, right? It is what it is, but Anyway, let's get back into brass tacks. So I see Bitcoin breaking out of this falling wedge flag to the upside, retesting the previous highs. That's a SR flip. It's all there for you with low stochastics and a lack of bearish momentum. It suggests we're getting some type of pump here for Bitcoin. 26,770 in the second there. So I'm not going to spend too much time on Bitcoin. I see a move to the upside. I'm calling along. All right. Bing, bong, bang. Shout out to my man. Another 10x in bear market CGPT. Amen. I'm in Rock working on Maseratis. My man working on Maseratis, doing damage. Working out also helps. Hello from Nepal. All right. I don't think we got a good roll call. Let's get a roll call. Where are you all from? Where's everybody from? I'm in Croton at home, man. Where's everybody from, man? I changed topics and people kind of got off topic. Where are you from? Where are you staying at? Where you living? Justin Cashmore started off. Where you at? You're in Brazil, in the mountains of Brazil. My man. Digging deep, doing damage. All right. Pittsburgh, Minnesota. All right. Starting it off. Alabama, Utah, Romania, Tennessee, Pasadena College, working and listening. Wow. Chicago, California, Sunrise, Florida, Devon, England, Chicago in the burbs. Chapati might be your next coin, man. Checking soon. Texas, CGPT. Yeah, we like that coin. North Carolina, Colorado, stands in England, Miaho. The Hammer, Saudi Arabia, my man. Wow. Devon, England, Detroit, Chicago, Costa Rica, my man Caesar. God bless you, man. Pura Vida, my man. Guachapelian, okay? Philippines, Northern Carolina, Colorado, Milejao, MIAO. Oh, I get it. MIAO. Shout out to Stack McChain. Stansted, England, Morocco, Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, Croatia, Jeddah, Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. I'm in Ohio working and listening. Columbia and Medellin, my man. We got our Colombians here. We got our Centerville, Ohioans. Body workout, my man. Spain, Cyan Baina. Thunder Bay, man. Shout out to Thunder Bay, my man. Hanging out there in Thunder Bay. New Mexico, Chicago, Big Texas, Norway. Shout out to... No, I'm not going to read your name. I'm not going to do that. I figured it out pretty fast, man. Northern California, I'm not going to read that. I see you try to get me, but it ain't happening. Shout out to Norway, though. And I like your name, man. Keep making people laugh. The Moon, Montreal, Canada, Lena. But you try to get me, but you didn't get me. All right. Curitiba, Brazil, my man. DZ, Toronto, Canada. Do you ever look at the chart inverted all the time? When I look at Big Invert on the weekly, it looks like a retest from the Adam and Eve bottom. Would love your thoughts. Amen. Florida, Indonesia, Planet Earth, Windsor, Ontario, Algeria, San Diego. You already know St. Pete's is always here. Shout out to Jamal Antonio holding me down. Jamie Cyrus. Shout out to Jesse Namasil in the house. We love you, brother. You see what he tried to do there, Jesse? Will my fit, man. What a guy, huh? Charleston, South Carolina, Uruguay. Your Imagination, Phoenix, Arizona, Indonesia. Wow. This inspires me to keep moving every single day. Tim Hortons, right? Norway again. Read this name. Yes. Read this name. Yo, it's so funny, man. Post Mabone. I don't need that. You're so funny, man. I love you, brother. Puerto Vallarta. One guy in Australia right here. My man. Again today. Great to see you. Shout out from Korea. Long Island. Driving for a living. Watching all your videos while on the road. Driving around Dallas. I don't know if you should be watching and driving. Maybe you're listening and you just kind of have it playing when you're at a stoplight. You take a glance. I get it. But I don't want to condone that. You know what I mean? I don't want to see anyone get hurt. But so Bitcoin is retesting in a flag. Looks like we can get a nice move to the upside. We don't want to see a bullish trap here and end up back inside the bigger pattern. We end up back inside the bigger pattern. We end up in my circled zone, 24,700. So that's not off the table. 777s. Yes, I love the 777s. You see it? You saw it, right? You saw it. It's over, but I know you saw it. Okay. VeChain 3S even looks like a move coming on the 4-hour time frame. Slipped out a little bit, but if we put it back inside this pattern, the altcoins still have some bearish tones on them. We could get a huge move for Bitcoin, and the altcoins could get sold off yet again. Maybe one more news coming against the altcoins. Something's happening. Something seems to be bearish on the altcoins. I do see the charts conveying that message. Look at this 4-hour lack of momentum about to push up. VeChain 3S looks likely for a move to the upside. I would watch VeChain 3S. That's just what the charts convey. It's not what I think or feel or what I believe is going to happen. It's just exactly what the charts say is going to happen. All right. Pretty slow day in the markets. We have 30%, 30%, 20%. Not a lot of big moves. All right. Not a lot of big moves. I like MEXC. It's the place to be. Zero spot maker and taker fees. If you're just jumping on in for a spot trade, place to be. If you're DCAing, the place to be. If you're trading futures, your futures will settle quick in and out. Like you'll buy and sell really fast, nice and easy. It'll go the way it's supposed to go. And then you'll only pay fees if you do a mask. If you'll pay your funding fees, but only pay fees if you get a taker fee there. So just one thing to think about. I love MEX Global. Link is pinned in the description of the comments if you want to jump on into MEX Global or join the trading group today. Like last night, you would have been privy to exactly what Bitcoin was going to do. All right. You've been watching Bitcoin dominance. All right. Let's take a look at ES1, which is S&P futures. They've been pumping recently, but I do see a pullback coming. Let's see if the pullback is on its way. Yeah, there is the daily. How do I know when pullbacks occur? How am I spot on? Because you get away from the 21-day moving average. I'm going to teach you this till I'm blue in the face. And I'm going to talk about it over and over again. The space you make away from the 21, look, away from the 21, came back. Away from the 21, came back. Away from the 21, right here, huge pump. Away from the 21, you came back. Every time you pump, you get a gap away from the 21-day moving average. You're coming back to it. Whether you go lower and slump or you go sideways is the question. I see this pulling back to the 21-day moving average. S&P looks like we'll get a bit of a pullback. Now we may uncorrelate the other way, as Bitcoin may finally get its move, while the S&P gets its pullback. While the S&P was ripping for the last week, even on days when Bitcoin was struggling to the downside. So eventually I do see a continuation, similar to Bitcoin, but the white line here has to touch price action. I'd be looking for a pullback on the S&P futures. All right. I'll be looking for a pullback on the S&P futures. All right. Just something I'm putting out there. And NQ1, which is NASDAQ mini futures, right? Similar thing. And we got the constant data here for you. So this pumped up beautifully, past the measured move and some. But this is doing the same thing that the S&P is doing. Now, we'd love it if it can continue in an uptrend, right? But again, it has to pull back at one point and hang out with the 21-day moving average. It's too far away from the 21. So I'm recycling. See how I did that? I use that line. But I see a recycle moment. I see a moment here where price action is going to pull back to the 21-day moving average. Eventually, we can get a move further to the upside, and that's what we're looking for. Hello? Weird. I heard something. Hello? Who knows? Anyway, so that's the NQ1, right? I see a pullback for NQ1. Massive run up for the last few weeks. It just went, 2-3 weeks of just loveliness for the NQ, which is beautiful for the markets. And you would suggest that would happen based on the cutting of the rates, right? Now, they say they're going to raise rates again. The CME Watch tool suggests that we will. We'll take a look here at the CME Watch tool. This happened to me last time, and I'm like, just show me the watch tool, though. Should have had it bookmarked, which I thought I did, but there we go. So the watch tool here is giving us a 71% chance of a rate hike. All right? 28% chance of no rate hike. We would need a bank. We need something to collapse. We need some type of change up in the game. This comes on July 26th, so we got some time, We got about a month and 6 days, but at the same time, we have to be wary of this idea because if this keeps kind of pushing forward, it's going to leave a kind of a doldrums on the bigger market. So 71% chance that they do raise the rates by a 0.25 basis point. What they keep trying to do to raise the rates, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. They're trying to show that they have control over something they don't have control over. All right? That's what I try to preview to. I teach here about the coins, and I teach about technical analysis, right? But I also want you to have your head on straight for the bigger picture and what's really going on. Like, they're claiming they're going to get to 2%. They're never going to get to 2%. Do the math. They've printed too much money at this point. And then do the history of the fiat currencies. And I show this to new people here on the live, but If you're new to this channel, we want to educate you and make you an amazing member of society, someone that can't be duped, someone that can't be blamed, someone that knows what's happening. And to teach you that, we don't want you to be part of the problem. Beware of the fiat currency graveyard, all right? And that's a place where currencies go to die, all right? And you can even see, like, just a huge interview basically, talking about the fact that all these currencies go to zero, and they don't last as long as people think. They really don't, right? Experts believe that this is due to the reckless money printing by the Federal Reserve and the reckless spending of the accumulation of the debt by the federal government. They could just continue to print money. If the federal government continues to spend money at the rate it's spending, and if it continues to print money at the rate it's printing, our economic system is going to collapse. Yeah, at present, the U.S. is paying over $1 billion a day in interest payments to service its debt. Right? The U.S. government is spending so much money it is forcing to borrow more money than the market is willing to lend it. See? This is the problem that we're seeing here. This is the problem that we're seeing. It's funny. This is like non-interactive somehow. When the world's fiat currencies fail, the world people will have nowhere to turn but to history's reoccurring choice for real money, gold. But not only gold, but now we have Bitcoin too, right? The dollar has been the world's reserve currency since the 1970s when gold standard was abandoned by President Nixon. Since then, the U.S. dollar is widely accepted across the world, making it the world's leading currency. Today, 43% of all cross-border transactions use the U.S. dollar. Furthermore, central bank reserves indicate that the value of the dollar is strong, with 60% of these reserves being in the dollar. I don't know, man. So they argue that China succeeded in increasing its market share in the world currency market, and then there are high chances that the U.S. dollar will be a loser. Even then, pessimists hold the belief that this can only work for the Chinese and not the Americans. All right. The number of circumstances that see the ground for collapse of the dollar, among them are underlining weakness, the presence of another viable currency alternative for all, and a trigger towards the collapse. Presently, the first condition exists, as the U.S. dollar has recorded 54% decline against the euro in a span of 10 years. During this time, the U.S. debt almost tripled. Analysts claim that this is a sign that the U.S. will allow the value of the dollar to decline so as to pay its debt with cheaper currency. You let the dollar drop, you pay less in fees, Anyway, understanding this concept and understanding that currencies go to die. They're not made to last forever. That's a huge key. That's something you want to understand. Like, you can come to any YouTube channel, we can go over the charts, but I want to give you the bigger picture of what's happening. Elon is going to become a lender and a bank. Interesting. The dollar crashes. What happens to USDT? USDT also crashes. It's attached to the dollar, my man. CBDCs are coming. FedNow starts next month for you guys. I know, it's so weird. They're going to try to implement FedNow and get it going, right? Ghosts want to learn how to trade too. You're funny. But I didn't even mention it, but you said it out loud. 9-inch wick coming on. You're hilarious, man. This guy's funny, man. 9-inch wick. This guy wants attention for his 9-incher over here. Jeez Louise. You too? I thought I was the only one. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So we've gone over Bitcoin in its entirety today. We've gone over a lot of the markets too. We've had a chance to really stay focused and stay positioned here, right? I'm not futures trading the whole time like some other days. Lifer Squad, shout out to everybody here, man. I really just want to mess with the chat, see how everybody's doing. What are you guys up to today? How you feeling on this beautiful Tuesday? What do you plan on doing today with this beautiful day? Your kids are out of school. If you're a family person, should be excited to be alive with each and every one of us. Super excited that we're on Wi-Fi now, not even plugged in, which I can't believe. Love you, bro. Love you too, man. Have you realized that the quantitative easing matches up with the Bitcoin halving events every time? They're desperately trying to control Bitcoin, hence the regulations, etc. They're going to try to do whatever they can, but they can't. You know what I mean? In my humble opinion. Bitcoin eventually is raised of world currencies, and they can manipulate as much as they want. But people are going to jump out of the Turkish lira. People are going to sell gold for Bitcoin, Recovering from the car accident, finally 100%. So sorry to hear that. I'm happy you're back up and running. Hey, Stack Change also had a car accident. Funny, you guys are right next to each other. Yesterday was rainy, grill going up today. Okay. Jim and Run is next on the list. Feeling blessed more than ever. Blessings to you and the fam Sam. Shout out to Little Blicky. Shout out to Darth Dude. Shout out to Justin Cashmore, Ryan Coburn, Ken Mack, Stack McChange, Cesar Cordero, Jay Baker, 017. My man. They can cause FUD and swings, but they can never control Bitcoin at all. Over time, Bitcoin will continue to rise because they continue to print too much money. If they didn't live on a fiat currency system, they may be able to actually control Bitcoin, but we know they can't. They struggle to do the things that they want to do for themselves. They can't get their own thing to 2%, never mind Bitcoin down to percentage they want. My wife and I expecting a newborn. It'll be our first. Can't wait. Wow, that's a big deal, man. My first kid blew my mind. Now I'm an old man with an 8-year-old. I don't know how that happened. I got an 8-year-old and a 2.5-year-old kid. And I'm realizing I'm going to be 50 soon, then 60. And my life is going to pass before my eyes like this. Your life is going to go faster than you ever realize. I'm telling you that right now. The more you realize that and just believe in God, keep the faith, and stay as happy as humanly possible. Like, stay content in your life. Get away from worry and fear. Push away negative emotions and negative people. Stay positive every single day of your life. I'm telling you, and great things are going to happen to you. You're going to attract great things because you're going to be great. It's that simple. And sometimes, there have been times in my life when I've gotten into my head. I've gotten upset. I've gotten into the nitty-gritty of the what-ifs. And honestly, that's why drugs and alcohol don't do much good, because they just kind of lead to the what-ifs and the has, and you kind of get into your head a little bit. When you're clean and sober, man, you just keep picking up where you left off. You know what I mean? Seeking freedom, resigned from one of the most draining jobs of my life, turning a corner soon in the Lifer Group to seek true freedom. Shout out to you, man. I know how it is to leave a job that just drains you. Feels like the same day over and over again. I'm so excited that my life has changed. My life wasn't always this fun. It was always fun. I made the best of it, but it was never perfect. It's incredible the fact Prometheum comes out of nowhere with a Steven Seagal ponytail. Who, when, where, and why. Pretty interesting, right? Pretty strange. Dump is coming soon, says my man. He's telling us what's going to happen to the markets. He doesn't want to look at the charts. He wants to tell us through his emotions and instinct where the charts are going. Whenever I get into what ifs, I say God is the master planner. Keep going. Amen. 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 I like what you just said. God bless you for saying that. God bless you for saying that. Citadel, Fidelity, and Schwab to launch a new exchange. I mean, a crypto exchange is going to come out, and that's what they're going to do. That's why they curtailed and wrestled down Coinbase and Binance US, because the big boys had their own exchange coming, and they didn't want any competition. They said, snuff out the competition before I show up. I want nothing to do with it. NYC plummeted up, my man. NASDAQ recovering. Nice bullish div forming on the 12-minute time frame for Bitcoin. All right. I'm just telling you, I'm bullish on Bitcoin in the 1-hour time frame. Not much else we have to kind of sit and stare at today. Bitcoin's a lot easier to see than normal. It's at a resistance. It's above a resistance, coming back down for that previous retest. Wanted to make that move to the upside. All right. The high coins are the hot coins still to this day. Definitely something that I want to pay attention to. If you're in the trading group, we gave the high coin list every couple of days. I'll keep pushing it out there in case you missed it. But if you look at the green, I mean, we got high penguins up 24, high ENS4 up 14, high Clone X up 6%, and then the rest. But, a few kind of hanging on to some gains there. And then I look for the red ones to see which one will recover as well, too. Let's go up together. 2-hour bearish div. Missed my entry by $30. Good morning. Just got up. Shout out to my man BG. Bless all the plumbers. Do you still see heavy rejection at 27.4? We still haven't touched the 200 SMA on the daily unless we drop right through it. Honestly, big news for Bitcoin. And I don't think I got to show it yet, but big news for Bitcoin. If we go to that weekly chart and we talk about the weekly, it's all about the fact that the weekly is back above the 200 SMA. I told you how important this was, and it really is important. It's a big deal. If we can stay above the 200 SMA on the weekly, we're going to make bacon on the beach, right? This is a good sign. So we want to see this weekly close above the 200 SMA. We take it one step at a time, everybody, in this market, especially in this bearish time. And then we can finally get the breakout. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3 touches. That's a beautiful falling wedge for the weekly. Weekly reset It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 weeks. Shout out to everyone that kicked it with us during this time. We wicked, but we never even got a candle pretty close to the previous weekly resistance and weekly support right there, which was previous resistance at about 24,300, 24,004 area. And so far, we defended this level with a huge wick to the upside. 2 wicks, getting back above the 200 SMA, getting oversold. MACD even kind of getting across and lack of bearish momentum. This can continue for a few more weeks, get above the zone, and then boom. I still see a move for Bitcoin to the upside as long as we stay above the 200 SMA. And I go, it's a prerequisite. But as long as this price action can stay above my yellow line, we will continue to the upside. Mark my words. And we'll go to 35,900. Yeah, shout out to my wife. How's it going, wife?
35,000?
Possibly. Bacon on the beach, babe. Bacon on the beach.
Bacon on the beach.
Amen. Amen. I remember, team, I need that news into... Some people use different... they use different TA than me, and they'll just post their TA to me. They'll DM it to me. They won't say a word of, like, what they see, what's going on. They'll just DM me, and, like, I'll look at it, and it'll mean absolutely nothing to me. And I'll just be like, okay. Like, I don't... It's funny. Unless you fully explain what you're doing with, like, a bunch of explanations and kind of talk it out, I'll have no clue what you're talking about. You know what I mean? So that DM will be a waste if you don't explain what you're doing. Plasma A charge and envelop living energy faster than time, controls electrons on a small scale. Too large, God is everywhere. Amen. Is anyone familiar with Schumann resonance? Here we got an upgrade over the weekend. I've gone over the Schumann resonance a few times. Eating with Brazilian officials in the government right now. Crazy. Talking to them about expanding crypto in Brazil. You're going to end up becoming like, you know, an international... You already are an international mirror mystery, but wow, man. You're going places. I'm keeping you in my back pocket, man, whenever I need to open up a mining firm in Brazil, you know what I mean? Or we could start our crypto company in Brazil when you know the people on the inside. That's where it's... Yeah. Can you see a giant diamond forming? I can't. I love you, though. I appreciate that. Oh, you mean like this is a giant diamond in a way? I don't think so. I think it's a little much of a stretch. Yeah. Come to Brazil. I want to come now. He said I can hang out on the farm and eat fresh food all day long. Let's go, man. What are you going to do when I show up with all my equipment and I'm ready to stream? With my Starlink and I'm ready to go, man. And the fact that we wear shoes says we're not that intelligent. Disconnecting from the ground. Amen. 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 Shout out to Shauno in the house. Sean and Jamie, I just need the news sent to my actual inbox. Maybe Jamie did it already. We don't know. No. So, Shauno, if you could find that news for me, I'd appreciate it. Or Jamie, if you could find the news for me, I'd like to get the news in. Best regards from Tijuana, man. God bless you, man. Be here waiting, man. What about Loan Depot? A failing bank again. Wow, and Sean is just like the fastest. He's the fastest poster in the game. I've never seen someone post so fast in my life. You know what I mean? Coming through with the news. Coming through with that news. Sean is just on point, man. You gotta love the kid. Shauno, man. How do you do it every single time, bro? You're an amazing person. God bless Sean in the house. Every single day. Hi, my name is Samuel. Yeah, we'll start fresh again. Hi, my name is Samuel James Price, and every single day I do a show called The Crypto Lifer Show. I'm the Crypto Lifer, and everyone comes through. We are the lifers. Together, we make the best show on the internet, really. I mean, as far as I'm concerned. We keep it positive, we keep it moving, and we give you new information that's happening every single day that's moving the cryptocurrency space, the finance world, and just Web3 in general. Crypto exchange Gemini to expand Asia-Pacific operations to capture next wave of growth. The company plans to open an emerging center in India and increase headcount in Singapore to over 100. Smart move. Gemini plans to expand to Asia Pacific, a region it sees as driving the next wave growth for crypto, and they can see it. When we're stifling growth here in America, the growth has to go somewhere else, especially when an innovative technology that can help you achieve your dreams. That's what we're seeing, and they know, so they're starting to expand to other parts of the world. Coinbase, another crypto exchange, also said recently it would open a derivative exchange in Bermuda as part of its expansion outside of the U.S. So you're seeing crypto companies starting to leave the U.S., starting to go other places for their growth. International entrepreneurs are going to find money in the international market. They're not going to wait around. And, America's been kind of at the key top of all that. And to see us kind of waver and not be that strong because of the regulations and all the stuff going on, pretty sad. Pretty sad. Shame on the politicians and the bureaucrats in Washington. Bitcoin is becoming illiquid at $147K a month in a signal of steady accumulation. The market appears to be in a period of quiet accumulation, which suggests an undercurrent of demand. That's what's going to happen. People don't realize, too, as Bitcoin starts to get the halving and things coming up, people are going to keep buying it up, and there's going to be no Bitcoin left. Bitcoin is flowing into wallets controlled by illiquid entities or network participants with little to no spending history at the fast rate in 6 months, indicating a bias for accumulation from long-term investors. Glassnode, a liquid supply change metric, which measures the number of coins held by illiquid wallets. And liquid means just not moving, not doing much, right? On a specific date compared with the same date previous month, rose to 147,000 Bitcoin on Monday, the most since December 19th. The total held by illiquid entities had jumped to a record high of 15 million Bitcoin, with the tally increasing by 215,000 in the past 4 weeks alone. The data shows investors remain confident of Bitcoin's price prospects despite continued macroeconomic uncertainty and heightened regulatory risks. Last week, the U.S. Federal Reserve kept interest rates unchanged, pausing a 15-month rate hike cycle. The bank, however, ruled out rate cuts this year while keeping the doors open for more increases if required. The so-called tightening was partly responsible for last year's crypto market swoon. Earlier this month, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission filed lawsuits against prominent digital assets exchanges Coinbase and Binance, accusing them of offering a number of alternative cryptocurrencies as unregistered securities. The lawsuit did not mention Bitcoin, triggering the rotation of money out of altcoins and into the leading cryptocurrency by market value. I've already been holding the majority of my crypto holdings in Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. I go after Bitcoin whenever I see it. I gobble it up on the lows. I use the Fear and Greed Index to take a look at what's happening, and that really kind of, changes the way I look at the markets. Let's take a look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index as we bring that to you for the news too as well. Sitting at about a 49 in even Steven regions. I like this to come lower into the shaded region. That's where I like to buy up my cryptocurrency. But again, you do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Last but not least, Binance boosts Bitcoin Lightning Network with promised integration. That's a big deal. Cryptocurrency exchange Binance is working to integrate the Bitcoin Lightning Network to make deposits and withdrawals easier and faster. The exchange said the keen observers have recently noticed the presence of new Lightning nodes. Yes, that's us. However, there's still more tech work to be done. We'll update once Lightning is fully integrated, Binance said in a tweet on Tuesday, without elaborate furthering on a potential timeline for completion. But they're working to integrate Bitcoin Lightning Network. If you don't think Bitcoin's going to continue to innovate with the BRC20 tokens, with NFTs, with the fact that you can now inscribe, more basically inscriptions, and you can basically get more than 4 megabits per second per byte now or per block. So that means you can actually put a video game or something else on the Bitcoin blockchain. So the Bitcoin network has struggled with processing a large number of transactions, currently managing just 7 to 10 transactions per second. The limitation has long been known as drawback of the Bitcoin network, and is why projects like the Lightning Network, which can speed up transactions without impacting the main network, have gained popularity. Exchanges like Bitfinex, Kraken, River Financial, and OKX have already integrated the Lightning Network into their platforms. Kraken claims that the Lightning Network can handle millions of transactions per second, surpassing Visa's processing capability of around 65,000. Twitter also has a feature for users in El Salvador and the U.S., excluding Hawaii and New York, to tip with Bitcoin using the Lightning Network. Isn't that pretty crazy that you can tip with Bitcoin using the Lightning Network on Twitter? The Lightning Network capacity has been steady uptrend, even as the price of Bitcoin has fallen over the past 18 months and currently stands around 5,400 Bitcoin from the Glass node. This is a big deal. The fact that Bitcoin is going to continue to innovate, once the Lightning Network gets implemented everywhere, you saw that, faster than Visa. And they call Bitcoin old dinosaur technology. I laugh at that every time people bring that up to me. And that, my friends, is the news. Thank you so much for these 3 awesome news topics. Come back every single day for the news that'll keep you privy to the information. You can see right now, that whales are accumulating Bitcoin, period. People with big wallets, sorry, that have been into Bitcoin for a long time are continuing buying up Bitcoin. They can edit this out. Everyone, as you can see here, this is really boosting Bitcoin, and you can see that the bigger wallets are grabbing up Bitcoin. The Lightning Network coming out. This is exciting. It's actually a pretty big day for Bitcoin on the low. While no one's paying attention, big things are happening under the nose of big regulators and most people. They're not realizing how big Bitcoin is going to get. I'm telling you right now, it's so innovative, people still don't see how big it really is going to be. You know, they just can't grasp. Because something that big that's going to change the world the way it is hard to understand at first. People just have a hard time figuring that out, you know. Optimism coming in at a very low price now, back at 117. I mean, these are big projects that are going to have billion-dollar market caps and continue to grow. I see Optimism making huge gains. Optimism just made a deal with Binance, where Binance is adding a layer onto the Binance network through Optimism, which is going to make it faster, transactions even better. We're headed for DeFi that's going to be far more aggressive than the old DeFi. I'm super excited for this as well. You should be too. So Optimism on my radar. I like where it's sitting. Previous resistance, that's a low bounce point. I wouldn't be surprised if it made a nice swing trade back to the upside here at 188 for Optimism. Optimism on my radar for a possible gainer to the upside. GFAL is my trade of the day. It's the coin that looks the most likely to make a bit of a move. We posted that to the trading group, something that I'm looking at as well. All right. Footwear is in insularity. Sorry to no human residents. Got to take your fancy footwear off and get grounded. Once your brain functions improve, you'll be a better trader, perhaps. My man. Resonance Kinetics. He knows all about the resonances. You're someone I would interview on the Sam Price channel, because I would want you to come and that's what we want to talk about on my new channel. Follow me at Sam Price. We're going to post that right now. I definitely want you guys to understand the importance of this. My new channel is going to break waves, just like we broke waves in cryptocurrency. My new channel is going to change the way people see the markets and the world. We're going to talk about health, wealth, finance, many different things. Let's get to 500 subscribers on the channel if we can. I would greatly appreciate it if we can get to 500 subscribers on the channel. What I'm going to do right now is post the link to the channel. It's at Samuel James Price if you want to just take the at. You now have ats on YouTube, just so you know. But there it is, YouTube, Samuel Price. Join the channel when we get to 500 subs. Our first video is coming out, all right? Our first video is coming out. I might put one out anyway. I don't want to be a man, like I don't want to get held to the word there. But I would love it if we got 500 people to join this, and we could continue to move. I'll be honest, when I started YouTube, it took me like 6-7 months just to get 100 people to watch my YouTube channel, and I was making videos every day. The fact that I can funnel people from my first channel to this channel shows that we have a movement going, and we're going to give you more. Here we're going to teach you about wealth, how to use your brain, subconscious mind theory, just so many other things to kind of change the way you think. And we're also going to talk about wealth, wealth in many ways. Wealth in your mind, wealth in your spirit, wealth in your body, in your physical body, right? How to work out. And we're going to talk about how to take care of the subconscious mind, right? How to make things real in your mind by using the subconscious. How to touch your dreams so they become your reality. How to get familiar with where you want to be in life. These are key concepts that are super important that can help you later on in your life, all right? Just want everyone to have the best life humanly possible every single day. That's why the channel is going to be fire, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And it's going to be even more work for me, but I'm willing to take on the task and to continue to grind. And I'm never going to give up on my steady focus here, right? But if I find someone that does something amazing with their body, if I find something that does amazing with their mind, if I find something that just achieved greatness, they're coming on the show. If I can get Joe Dispenza on the show, he's coming, right? Our first guest will be Gary Cardone, who is a mind-bending financier who has changed, he's changed his life through finance in big ways, right? I still see this as a bit of a flag here for Bitcoin. I like what we're seeing. We're oversold. I'm expecting a bounce for Bitcoin to the upside. I'm going to stay on this idea. Now, the chance we could make a double top and go lower, and this could be a bear trap, but, the lack of momentum on the MACD is showing me that we're going to get some type of bounce, and this is making a bit of a symmetrical triangle now, getting tighter in the zone Only a matter of time till Bitcoin eventually either respects us to the up or to the downside. I see an upside coming off the stochastics for a move, and this previous resistance will become new support. Bitcoin broke out of that resistance. It broke out of this bigger channel. Again, the bearish tone is that we end up breaking back inside this pattern. We break back inside this pattern. We end up down here at the bottom of the pattern, and this is a bull trap. We don't want to see this as a bull trap. We want to see this continue. So how this 1 hour plays out today is going to tell us a lot more of what we're seeing later on in the charts. Let's take out BOOKMAP too. We'll show you BOOKMAP, keep you privy to what's happening on BOOKMAP, and continue to push every single day on the channel. Shout out to everybody here. We really appreciate you. God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. Thank you for the super chats. God bless you. They disappeared, right, at one point. Shout out to the $5.99 in chat revenue. May God bless you all for being here. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate you all more than you would ever know. And people, if you did something amazing, hit the testimonials. It's free. Join the testimonials in my trading group and write a testimonial. I'm telling you right now, just the other day I read something, and the guy's like, I did this and I bought my wife a wedding present, or he did something amazing with his life. I wish I could remember it. I should remember these things, right? But it was all through, and I was like, man, that's one of the most amazing testimonials I would ever read. So jump on in today, man, and write a testimonial. If I change your life, if the group changed your life, if you know for a fact that you're in a different place because of this trading group, by all means, jump on in today, you know. And look, I'm going to actually copy the link here, and I'm going to paste it in. Oh, you know I'm coming. You know I'm pasting it in. Find you, Sammy. I just subbed to the new channel. Let's go. Love you guys. Thank you for doing that. And right there, that's where you can leave a testimonial. If I've changed your life, if someone in the trading group has changed your life, if just the group itself has changed your life, the positive energy, the group, the people you've met there, and more. That's what we hope to do here every single day. So look, when we look at BOOKMAP, it does show a little liquidity to the downside, a little dip, but it's showing us a bigger wave of liquidity to the upside. 26.9 is called for today. So my story says up. BOOKMAP story says up. Doesn't mean they're always exactly 100%. I'm not 100%, but many, many times, I'd say 80% of the time, we're pretty spot on here with the probability. This says we're going up further to the upside for BOOKMAP. Link in the description below for BOOKMAP. If you want to jump into BOOKMAP, I'm telling you right now, it'll blow your mind. You'll be able to see the liquidity on multiple exchanges. You're going to be able to see where the orders are, and you're going to watch people actually get liquidated. If that's something that makes you laugh, I don't know, that would be, it'd be kind of tough, to be happy with someone else's demise, which is Schadenfreude, right? That's that German word. Can you teach us a little how to read BOOKMAP? It's really not that difficult. The bigger the circle, the more of a buy. So if it's a big circle and it's green, it's a big buy. If it's a big circle and it's red, it's a big sell. All right? And then the darker the area, it's just like a heat map or infrared goggles. The darker the area, the more likely you're going to head to that area. All right? And then you want to see colorful orders. And if you see more orders to the upside, then you're likely to go up. Look, when we zoom in here, we see far more liquidity at 27,400. You see? We see some liquidity here, but there's more. See, there's more of it up here. And these are actual Bitcoins getting sold. 712, 683, 643. This ain't like hundreds or something. These are the actual amount of Bitcoins on the order book. So like between here and here, we have about, 2,000 Bitcoins between 27.2 and 27.4. Between here, we only have about, let's say 1,300 Bitcoins at 26.4. So it tells me that we're likely to push further to the upside based on where the most liquidity is. And sometimes you won't see anything here, and you'll see all loaded up here. And then it's even more likely you're going to the upside. So BOOKMAP just shows you where the orders are, all right? And it can, and again, you don't want to be caught in between a big order. Like, you don't want to short the market when you see a huge order right above you, because it means they're likely going to go close that huge order, and you're going to get what's called squeezed in between. You don't want to get squeezed, right? This has to be a bull trap. All coins are not moving, so there will be a rug pull at some point. Only time I see steady price is when they go up together. Amen, Sam. Wishing you a great week from Oslo, Norway. God bless you and yours. Shout out to Isha Capital. You've been doing great in the trading group, man. God bless you, brother. I've been seeing you grind. I love it. Can you teach us a little how to read BOOKMAP? Yep. SPX, Sam Bankman-Fried will be a free man soon. I have no idea what's going on with that. They just won't tell us anything. Could you cover Ben? Let's take a look at Ben token. Ben getting a little more love. I'm still in my Ben position. I'm going to hold it to see what they do, to see what they plan on brewing. See what comes on out. Let's take a look at our Ben coin. Ben, be everywhere now, baby. So Ben had some, you know, when someone is very diligent, they want a FUD cast. I just smile because I've done things like that before to get a cheaper price, but it doesn't happen smoothly because the Caspa community is very strong, and Caspa itself is strong. I love Caspa, man. The whale from hell, that's funny. So we're going to grab that contract address, and we're going to head on over to Dex Screener and see what Dex Screener is telling us for Ben token. Shout out to 4chan just doing damage. And you may have found it on our channel. Someone said they made 3,500% gains. That's why this channel is the place to be. So remember, Ben had an issue with the logo, and it got taken off Uniswap, which we had never seen happen to any coin. Pretty big deal. That stole its liquidity. People couldn't get in, and it slumped the price. I'll be honest. It was on MEXC, but less people understand that you can trade these small coins on MEXC. Like that's like almost an unknown, you know. I'm telling people every day, but that's why we trade MEX Global. Best place to get the coins the fastest. They're going to have coins that you just can't have access to anywhere else on MEX Global. All right. I still see Bitcoin in this flag. I'm looking for the push to the upside. I'm bullish. I'm staying bullish on Bitcoin, and I haven't changed my tune the whole entire show. SPF has never not been free. Complete joke. The joke's on us. I know, right? He's at house arrest with his family. They put $450 million worth of bonds up, but they only had $10 million worth of property. The whole thing smells like... Ever watch the Bitcoin Liquidation Watch on YouTube, Sammy? Shows liquidations and orders in real time. From what exchange? Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker, man. God bless you, man. I don't know what you're saying. 20 years married and ran an eco think tank foundation. Wife CEO is all you need. Give them the right tools and learn home markets. Make the world a homier place. And make homemakers make the world a homier place. Always love your live streams. Thank you. Shout out to Michael Pez. Pump. Can you teach us how to trade ETH, BTC, and how to use the stop loss tools? Jump into my trading group. That's all there for you. I have a video. Actually, I have a free video if you get into the watch first, which teaches you all that information for free. So join my free server. Start looking at the watch first. See what you get if you join the trading group. And then watch my 2 videos that will really, really help you. That's free information people are charging so much money for that'll really help you. Good morning, peeps. Out of the lake trying to catch some fish. My man. Hope you do that. Shout out to Zero Allegiance on the lake, man. And everyone's out there. Everyone is out there having a blast today. God bless each and every one of you. And there's the little pump for Bitcoin, 26,800. Getting a little bit of a move here. But again, I'm not saying that was the pump. We're waiting for a bigger pump for Bitcoin. We're oversold in the 15. The 1 hour is still inside this flag. We don't want to see this as a bull trap. I've gone over exactly what I see happening. I've gone over the bigger, smaller, all the way from the 3-day to the weekly to the 4 hour to the 1 hour. And I've even given you my prediction for the day. Most people wouldn't even do that for you. I did it all. Head and shoulders on the 15 and the 30 minute. Hopefully the daily open won't reject. Hey, Lois, I think I'm going to grow a beard. Somebody wants the Peter voice. Hey, Chris, go to your room before I put my foot up your... Shout out to everybody here in Quahog. When I watch crypto, I watch the Crypto Lifer. He's the best. Hey, Lois, I think I'm going to grow a beard. Hey, Lois, I think I'm going to grow a beard. Log versus regular charts. Can you explain what's better? Log is when you're looking at things on like a weekly chart and you're trying to look at like a large section, logarithmic view. You should never be looking at log unless you're doing some type of big market assessment of Bitcoin on a large scale. All right? If you're looking at log and you're on a regular scale, it's not right. Can you do Cameron? Hey, there's the Lifer. Hey, there's the Lifer. Lifer's over there. Hey, Lifer. Hey, I'm going to eat a sock. There you go. Liquidation Watch shows orders and what exchange they come in real time along with liquidations. Thanks, man. What's the website for BitMap? It's called BOOKMAP, bookmap.com. And I have a link in the description below, which gives you access to the least expensive. So if you want to get the subscription and use BOOKMAP, I have a link in the description below. Please use that link. It'll help you get BOOKMAP cheaper than anywhere else. Okay? Bearish pennant on the 4 hour. Can you confirm? Thank you. I do not see a bear pennant on the 4 hour. No. I don't know what you're talking about. For Bitcoin, no. Not at all. The liquidation watch shows orders. Yep. Thank you. Big push for the algorithm. Shout out to Justin Cashmore. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in and being amazing. Let's get back into Bitcoin here. and talk about it. So Ben lost the liquidity. But honestly, if you look at it from its high, it came up. It didn't get sold off. It's getting held off nicely, making this rounded bottom. Rounded bottoms tend to be accumulation zones where things start to accumulate. You know, you're starting to you're not getting the fall down anymore. You're getting a rounded bottom. So we look for this to kind of come up. Then we'd be looking for, it might take some time for some type of cup and handle later on. Like, you know, the cup could be here. We don't know exactly how it's going to happen. But once that cup and handle happens, I'll pull a Fibonacci and I'll get in at that 618. And that would be a level that I'd be looking for a move to the upside for Bitcoin. All right? I mean for Ben. Sorry. I'm like, Ben token. So Ben token, slow accumulation. And honestly, if you believe in the project and you think it's going to do well, these are the places that, you know, traditionally, I personally would be scooping up something on the low. So I believe they're going to do something big. I believe they're going to put their money where their mouth is and continue to move. They're talking the talk. Let's see if they walk the walk. So far, you know, they've built a beautiful company, multiple employees. They do the right thing by many people. So I don't see why they wouldn't be able to continue to grow this idea. So liquidity, $2 million. Market cap, $26 million. Could be worse, could be better. Seeing a, you know, but to me, it's just making this, you know, falling wedge really and starting to bowl on out and make a bull. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy for Ben token. Time to accumulate if you believe in the project, in my humble opinion. If not, time to leave it alone, you know. Someone tried to call a head and shoulder on the 15-minute time frame. Like this is a shoulder, that's a head. I don't see it, honestly. It's too elongated. It's too broken up. I will say it looked like we tried to break out of the pattern and break back inside. That's a bullish, you know, more bullish, really. I'm still bullish on the 1 hour time frame for Bitcoin. I'm not changing my tune. 1 hour looks like it's going to get a bit of a rip to the upside here for Bitcoin and continue to the upside. 4 hour still has movement. 22 hour in the daily still have a little bit of movement. All right. And then we could get a bigger pullback at one point. But you know, again, if we can't break back above 27,000, we would expect more downside. That's going to be our next resistance point. But we broke above the resistance at 26,650. That was extreme. Like we had so many issues there. You know, you can see here, like we bounced, we fell below it, we fell back, we bounced, we fell below it. Resistance, got back above again. It's a key level, I'm telling you. And the fact that we can hold this level after we break out of this bigger falling wedge, it's a really good sign that we're finally breaching this trend line for the first time in a long time. So Bitcoin's staying very, very bullish for me. I like what I'm seeing for Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame. Extremely, extremely nice to see for BTC. All right. I told my wife I would help her with some stuff. Paying it forward. We're at the halfway point for the likes, man. Shout out to the lifer and the loves in the chat, man. God bless you. Inverted head and shoulder on the 4 hour. Can you look at the inverted head and shoulder on the 4 hour time frame? For Bitcoin? I mean, if you think it's this is the slanted one, shoulder, head, and a right shoulder, I don't see an inverted head and shoulder for Bitcoin. I really don't. Possibly this was one here, but too much of a stretch. I don't see an inverted head and shoulder for Bitcoin. The 4 hour is actually pretty bearish, so we have to get this move on the 1 hour time frame. Like the 1 hour has to be the one to kind of change us up and get us back above this high. If not, we are going to see some type of movement to the downside. Yeah, the bearish scenario is that we don't get back above 27,000. We double top up here, make some rejection, and then we bear trap back inside the pattern. If we break back inside this pattern, anywhere in here, you see Bitcoin back in somewhere here, or likely to fall further down to 27,400. I have talked about this already on the live stream. If you go back to the beginning of the live and you check the Bitcoin timestamp, you'll be able to see what's going on. So I'm staying that Bitcoin is long. Looks almost like a bull pennant in a way too. 27,626 is the target for Bitcoin. All right. That's what I see happening. High frequency vibes, lifer. Get yourself something nice, man. Thank you so much for the NOK 999. Appreciate that, brother. God bless you for doing that. And that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's like $100. If Isha Capital sending 999 NOK, I mean, that's $100. And those Norwegian kroners, wow, you sent me $92.74. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much for the big money payout. You're the man, dude. Giving me $100 super chat, basically, in Norwegian kroners. Shout out to the Norwegians in the house. God bless you. Some of the nicest people in the game. In the game. In the game. Friend opens pocket, hops on shoulder, right? Hops in pocket. And then he's gone like a little frog. Have you ever had any special meetings afterwards? I'm visiting my father that has Parkinson's, but present and ready for duty, sir. Love you all. Shout out to Creators Crypto, man. God bless you for being here. And God bless your dad, man. Thank you for the high-frequency vibes from Isha Capital, dropping $92.74 in Norwegian kroners. Or Norwegian krone. God bless you, man. Thank you so much for the love. That's the nicest thing you could have ever done for me. Namaste. I'm visiting my father. Namaste to you. And God bless each and every one of you for being here. These are the tough times. These are the times when most people aren't paying attention to crypto. These are the times when you get some coins on the low that no one is paying attention. So far, Bitcoin getting a push from 26.77 to 27.876 would have been a nice futures trade to the upside there. A little bit of a mini cup and handle there. Sammy, cup and handy to the upside, right? Blessings for all the lifers. And now you can ask me anything for the next 5 minutes. Ask me anything. Let me know. I've been watching your videos for a while. You're a perma bull. It's because you cannot short on spot. Weirdo. We shorted Luna. See, we shorted so many things. I'm someone that just looks at the charts. He's like, I'm actually not a perma bull, man. I'm just a trader. I'm just going over the charts every single day exactly as I see them. You know, but if you look at Bitcoin and MEXC, and we go to the, see, that's the thing. I'm not a perma bull. If you're just watching me every day, I know how to read trend. There's a low, there's a higher high, there's a higher low, there's a higher high, there's a higher low. That's an uptrend. You're in an uptrend. You know what I mean? If you're with me here, we were shorting the market all the way down. Why do you think my trading group doubled from 69,000 all the way down to 50? You know, we doubled our trading group. More people joined the trading group while we dumped to the downside because we continued to short the market. So I will teach you how to short the market. You will make money shorting the market if you learn the education and put it to good use. Yeah. Don't use time for him. I know, right? He's just perma. I watch every day. He knows how to short. We've shorted plenty. I just shorted Adam 3S. Join the 99. Amen. Mysterious Tapestry. We can short on spot here. Can you? Amen. These are the bears, right? Lifer equals high vibes always. Honestly, the vibes are so high lately, I can't even see the negative people. Hey, Lifer, what do you think of the BlackRock ETF getting approved? Do you think it will affect Bitcoin short-term bearishness? No, I think it'll help it bullishly in the long run. It'll be like a huge billboard for Bitcoin, making it a safer investment for bigger institutions. They're going to say, well, if they get in, then why don't we get in? You know what I mean? So it's just going to be a big deal. Check the CVD indicator. We have bearish divergence. Amen. Thank you for telling me. Appreciate that. I don't see bearish divergence. And I don't usually use CVD bearish divergence, in my humble opinion. Cumulative volume delta. All good, mate. Best wishes for your dad. Amen. MEXC USDT on MEXC. My man. And I said, ask me anything. This is where you can ask me anything. You're supposed to ask me, like, you know, how many minutes am I from my sister? Like, what was it like growing up with a twin? This is where it's an ask me anything, man. You're supposed to ask, like, outrageously strange questions. This is when I know that I needed to make a new channel because people would just, like, still be like, I want to know this coin. I want you to go over this coin. Like I'm a one-dimensional pony. You know what I mean? There's so much more going on here. This is your chance right now. I'm going to bounce. Ask me anything right now. Ask me anything. For crying out loud. Where's the best pizza in Boston? You got Santarpio's, which is really, really good. And you got Regina's. Regina's is really going to be your best pizza, in my humble opinion. Are you Strong Island? No, I'm not on Strong Island. No. How do you keep trading life organized? By just doing it over and over again every day, having a trading diary, writing down what your trades are, keeping track of all your trades. Sam, have you ever boxed in your life? I've been in a bunch of bare knuckle fights. I put on the like boxing gloves a few times, but I've never been in a real boxing match. No. What's your Hebrew name? Well, Samuel is a Hebrew name. It means one who hears God. Can you look at XDX? I'm thinking to short it. Dang, that wasn't. This isn't Ask Me Anything, man. Not about a coin for once in your life. What do you wish you knew sooner about anything? About the Bitcoin halving before I knew about it. You know what I mean? It took me a few years. Do you want to go fishing with Jordan Cameron? Yeah, I'd go fishing with Jordan if he lets me, if he invites me. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can handle it, though. Dark Alley Sammy, you've been warned. Amen. Shout out to D Shovel. 4chan, have you ever had an outer body experience? I have. I've had 2 in my life where I've left my body. Pretty interesting, pretty strange. One, I actually fell down in the bathroom. One time I did something different that I'll talk about on another channel. How long are you married? What age did you get married? I've been married since 2010. So I've been married for 13 years. I got married when I was... Actually, wait. Let's think. Yeah, I got married when I was 28 years old. Yeah. And I'm now 40. Yeah, going on year 13. Who wrote Genesis? I don't know. What do you think about Chainlink? Can I join your Discord to find some friends? Yes, you can. You'll find amazing friends there. What year does Sammy run for president of the United States? 2032. Other than family, who do you like the most to have dinner from any time in history? Nikola Tesla. Do you play golf? What you play off? I play golf. I don't know what I play off, though. I don't know what that means. Hey, Sammy, if you ever come to Holland, I'd like to give you and your wife and kids a dinner because I learn a lot from watching you on YouTube. I'd love to come to Holland and have dinner. Thank you. Sam, do you make hip-hop music? I did back in the past. Do you like chocolate milk or strawberry milk? Chocolate every day of the week. Strawberry milk, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here with that strawberry fake nonsense. What's your favorite indicator? The stochastics RSI. What's the biggest failure you've done in crypto that you wish you did not do? Probably not selling the top of Cardano. You know what I mean? What's your favorite food? Right now, it's starting to change. What's my favorite food, BB? I really like lasagna. I like ricotta cheese, like the creaminess of ricotta cheese. But I really like spaghetti and meatballs, man. Like, it's one of my favorite foods. I love spaghetti. When is the Sam Price World Tour happening? I don't know. When you become my agent and put it together. Lifer, do you play video games, watch movies, or TV shows? I do not. I don't really have the time. I definitely don't play video games. I like before I go to bed, I try to watch a few things here and there every once in a while. But it never really works out. You know, I like sports. Like, I like watching the Celtics. I like watching the Celtics. And I like falling asleep to the Red Sox. You know what I mean? Ricotta and mac and cheese is the win. I've never done that. That must be good. Can you take a look on Near? Do you have any reoccurring dreams? I do not have reoccurring dreams. Never did, never have. Wish I did, I guess. I usually don't remember my dreams much, which is sad, you know? Will you be a guest on my podcast? I mean, send us the information and let us look at it, and I will definitely consider it. Jordan is way too vulgar to stream with Sam. Welcome to Laugh. No, shout out to everyone. I don't want to put anyone down. I love everybody. How long did it take you to master the chart like a goat? About 10 years, you know? Charts are my favorite video game. Amen. That's what I'm talking about. What is the best Matrix job? Like to be in the Matrix, but still be probably a bus driver. You know, I would like to have some dinner with Joseph from the Bible. Believe he helped build the pyramids. Interesting. We have reached the point where the story of creation in Genesis can be scientifically explained and possibly even verified. Wow. We came out first, you or your sister. My sister came out first, then I came out 4 minutes later. Take mugwort for lucid and remembering dreams. Interesting. I'll take some mugwort. Okay. Why are you wearing a suit while doing the live? Any reason? I just like to look good every day of my life. Honestly, and I'll wear this on every, you know, even when I'm doing the live, this is what I wear in regular life. So if you see me outside, if you see me doing anything, if you just bump into me on a random day, or you just stop by my house one day and ring the doorbell, you're going to see me come out likely in a tie, maybe in a vest, maybe in a suit, but I'm always going to be dressed very nicely. That's just how I am. When do you think mining will be profitable again, sir? I think it's pretty profitable now with ordinals coming out. It's been actually giving some good money, so it's been profitable. What's your most discouraging experience during trading? Using the MACD without knowing divergences and trying to front run the MACD over and over again and having an issue with that, and eventually it just like turning into a mess. Then I found divergences in the stochastics RSI and it cleared all that up. What do you think about your colleague Jordan Cameron? I think he's a really nice, beautiful person. Always seems to be in a positive, upbeat manner. He live streams. He's taken a few breaks, but for the most part, he's really consistent. Really nice guy. When did you become religious, and what do you do to bring yourself closer? My dad always prayed. Even when we went to the beach, my dad would bless himself with the water, the salt water. My dad made us pray before every time we ate. My dad brought me to church every single day, every single Sunday morning. I strayed away as I got older, and I lived in New York City. And really, my channel brought me closer to God. When my channel got deleted, and then I had to like pray that it would come back because I felt so powerless. And I said, I did everything. I put everything into this. I need your help more than you would ever know. You could call it superficial, whatever, but I was down and out and really felt like my life had been ripped apart. Lost my jobs due to COVID. A lot of things have happened to me too. And I decided to go all in with God and with my channel. And it really connected me to God. You know, and now I don't mind going into a church, saying a quick prayer here and there. My wife is also very religious, prays 4 times a day, 5 times a day. She's Muslim. She reminds me of the importance of God all the time. And so her constant influence in my life has created a really, really good life for me and her. How much do you love the people that watch your streams? I watch them more than you. I love them more than you would ever know. It's like an undying love that you would never, because it's my dream, and my dream is accomplished through their ability to show up. And with that together, we make such an amazing group. Live in light and love, positivity, and trade at your highest frequency. Join the 99 and be on time. Amen. And there you go. Did Sammy not call a pump to the upside? Did Sammy not call a pump to the upside? Did Sammy not call a pump to the upside? Well, they hated on me all morning. They didn't hate on me. You guys were loving me, but so many people were saying, no. And I said, it's going to pump. Even if that's your pump, I mean, we got to break above this resistance, but it's just getting started on the 1-hour time frame. I see a move coming for Bitcoin. So far, we nailed it to the upside. Shout out to anyone that took the trade with the lifer. God bless each and every one of you for being here. So we hit it again. And again, that's why people love my channel. I call longs. Look at that. Melting faces to the upside, breaking the resistance. A massive candle for Bitcoin. And now we're getting the short squeezes. This is what I live for. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Where is the short squeeze? Show me the liquidations. Sometimes I have to bring them on and off for whatever reason. There they are. There's the liquidations right there. Massive short liquidations on the short squeeze. Remember when I told you I wouldn't be shorting in between these lines of liquidity because it's likely we're going to head up further up into them? I told you this is how BOOKMAP helps us figure out where price action is going to go. This is why people come to my channel live. Like, I can tell you where things are going to go live, and we've been very accurate for a long time, you know. People love the movement. Look at that huge pump to the upside, 27,061, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here. You want to read trading? You want to read about tourism? Come here. Come here. Look at this thing. She's a Fraggle. She's a little Fraggle Rock. Oh, my God. She is like... Oh, don't touch that stuff. You're always doing something. Don't touch stuff. Don't touch anything. You're going to mess it up. You want some water? Lemon water. Can I have a kiss? Show them that you kissed Daddy. Oh, my love. Oh, I love you more than you would ever know. Summer. Oh, she's so cute. That's Summer. That is Summy, right? Are you okay? I'll tell you what, man. My kids are everything to me. They make my life complete, man. It doesn't get it. I don't like to show my kid on camera, but I mean, I love her so much, man. I'm so proud of how beautiful she is. You know what I mean? I love being a dad more than you would ever know. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. We called the pump for Bitcoin. We got the pump. However, we can't get above a resistance. We got to get back above this 27,000. We got to close candles above here. Suggest that we're going to continue up. Nice pump for Bitcoin. I did call the long the entire stream. I was long, right? You could say I was like, I'm long. And we got the move to the upside. Nice, right above the 27.5 price target. We got to break through that move to the upside. We got to get it. We got to get it. We went to 27,115. We got to continue to the upside here. God bless you, man. God bless you and your family. Everyone, I love you all. Thank you so much for jumping on into the live. I appreciate each and every one of you more than you would ever know. Let's finish our water. Stay dapper. Stay ready to go. Stay suited up. Matches the tie. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, I get a tie match. I don't like to match the tie too much. It's a little corny, but every once in a while I will do the tie match. Everyone, I love you all. Thank you so much for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I'll see you tomorrow at another beautiful live stream. May God bless each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's go. Crypto is life, baby. You can, you will, you are the best. Stay strong, stay focused. Let's keep it moving, man. Bitcoin at 27,022. On our way to the upside, baby. On our way to the upside. God bless you all. I gave you the live call for Bitcoin. What else can I do? I showed you my strategies. I showed you why I believe in what I believe in. We went over the world markets, S&P futures, the Dow Jones. We went over the dollar. We went over Bitcoin dominance and the total market cap, total 3. We talked about altcoins. We went over the news, and we gave you a full, fun-packed 2 hours. May God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you tomorrow on another beautiful live stream. Thank you so much for everything. Shout out to the super chats. Thank you for the $100 from my man from Norway. The nicest thing you could ever have done. You will have a blessed day with that good karma, man. God bless each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. The Crypto Lifer Show will continue to reign, and I love each and every one of you. May God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next live. Thank you so much. My gratitude is to each and every one of you. With gratitude, we will propel to the next level. It's the move of abundance.